Have you heard the latest bombshell story making the rounds online? That human DNA was discovered inside a 2 billion-year-old Martian rock. It sounds like the plot of a sci-fi blockbuster, right? A lab in Florida supposedly analyzed a piece of the famous meteorite, nicknamed Black Beauty, and found human genetic material. The internet went wild. Could this be the proof we've all been waiting for? Evidence of ancient astronauts or a shared cosmic ancestry. It's a tantalizing thought, but before we start packing our bags for Mars, let's take a deep breath and look at what the scientific community has to say. So, what's the real story behind this claim? First off, Black Beauty, officially known as Northwest Africa 7034, is absolutely real. It's one of the most incredible geological samples we have. Scientists confirmed it was blasted off the surface of Mars by an asteroid impact millions of years ago, eventually making its way to Earth and landing in the Sahara Desert. It's a time capsule from the Red Planet, containing fragments of Martian crust that are over 4 billion years old. Finding it was a monumental achievement for planetary science. It gives us a direct window into Mars's ancient past, a time when it might have been more Earth-like, with water and maybe even the right conditions for life. But here's where the viral story takes a sharp turn away from established science. The claim is that human DNA was found locked inside this ancient rock. When you hear that, your mind immediately jumps to incredible possibilities. But to a scientist, especially one who works with meteorites or ancient samples, it raises a massive red flag. And that red flag has a name: contamination. See, our planet is absolutely teeming with life. We, as humans, are constantly shedding skin cells, hair, and microbes. Our breath contains water vapor carrying our DNA. Every surface we touch, every lab we work in, is covered in a fine layer of biological material from Earth. Think about it. This rock, Black Beauty, fell into the Sahara Desert. It sat there for who knows how long, exposed to the elements, to microbes in the soil, and eventually to the people who found it. It was handled, transported, cut, and analyzed at every single step of that journey. From the moment it entered our atmosphere to the second it was placed under a microscope, it was exposed to potential contamination from modern terrestrial life, including human DNA. For a scientist, the most likely explanation isn't that ancient humans were on Mars 2 billion years ago. The most likely and almost certain explanation is that a tiny, invisible flake of skin or a stray cell from a researcher landed on the sample. This is a huge challenge in the field of astrobiology. Scientists go to extraordinary lengths to prevent contamination. When NASA's rovers collect samples on Mars, they use hyper-sterilized equipment in clean rooms that are thousands of times cleaner than a hospital operating room. Even then, they are constantly checking for earthly stowaways. The search for extraterrestrial life is a search for something truly alien, not just a misplaced piece of Earth. So when a claim like this pops up without going through the rigorous process of peer review where other experts scrutinize the methods and results, the scientific community becomes rightfully skeptical. They aren't trying to crush our dreams. They're trying to uphold the standards that separate real discoveries from wishful thinking. So, while the idea of human DNA from ancient Mars is captivating, the reality is far more grounded. The story of Black Beauty is still incredible. It is a genuine piece of another world that we can hold and study. It tells us about the history of our solar system and the potential for life beyond Earth. But this viral claim, it is a powerful reminder of how easily contamination can be mistaken for a discovery and how important critical thinking is in the age of instant information. The real science might be slower and less flashy, but it's our most reliable path to understanding the universe. Thanks for sticking with me to get to the bottom of this cosmic mystery. If you enjoy diving deep into science stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to have you in our community of curious minds. See you next time.